الرحيم هو الذي ينزل على عبده آيات بينات ليخرجكم إلى النور وإن الله بكم لرؤوف رحيم وما لكم ألا تنفقوا في سبيل الله ولله ميراث السماوات والأرض لا يستوي منكم من أنفق من قبل الفتح وقاتل أولئك أعظم درجة من الذين أنفقوا من بعد وقاتلوا وكلا وعد الله الحسنى والله بما تعملون خبير من ذا الذي يقرض الله قرضا حسنا فيضاعفه له وله أجر كريم صدق الله العظيم.
May Allah increase you in knowledge. We would be introducing the chief host himself, Abdullahi Tribe. Is
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Then the next item on the agenda is the welcome address by the chairman of the occasion.
I'm living in the
Let me express my deep appreciation for the invitation to attend this ceremony. I've attended quite a number before, but I understand that this may be the final one because of the situation in which the foundation stuff. Well, I believe I'm not here to give a lecture on the foundation. But the Jaiz Foundation has done a lot of work in promoting Islamic finance, Islamic tenets. First and foremost, I'm sure you're all aware, Jaiz Foundation virtually set up Jaiz, which is one of the foremost Islamic foundation insurance company. It is not the first, the second, fourth or fourth. Apart from that, it is also the privilege, that's it, also the honor for the foundation to be the one that creates which is a company that is providing services to a number of companies within outside. There is also the issue of very important aspect of the Islamic finance, which is the halal. Jaiz Foundation also created Jaiz International Halal Association Limited, which which is going to be a very important aspect of finance, trade, certification for this country, and dealing with a number of countries, especially if we are going to exports and so forth. Because a number of countries, both Muslims and non-Muslim countries, would like to have certification from a halal institution that the product is of good quality and satisfies all the Islamic requirements. I believe that Jaiz Foundation, I'm sure, will come to life. It is just a question of time. Right now, it is illegal. I believe that I'm sure in the next few months or few years, it will come to life and then gradually incorporate and see that it is operating properly. There is also the issue of the Jaiz cut, which is, as you will know, the important cut, the third most important aspect of Islamic tenets after Imam, Salah, I think the cut comes next. And the cut cannot be underestimated. We are here to distribute a number of contributions received by individuals on the issue of Zakat, which is a purification of one's wealth. And pleased to see that quite a number of people are here to witness this occasion. The important is that we're hoping that those that are receiving the Zakat will also, in the course of the next few months or few years, will be also be given Zakat as part of their own contribution. So it is not really for consumption, it's for them to also produce trade. So that's Zakat. One of the individuals, I wish to congratulate you for the effort made so far, and I hope that you will be duly rewarded by the Almighty Allah for all that you have been doing to propagate this issue of Zakat. Zakat is a very important aspect of the Islamic faith, and I hope that there will be more and more people who are taking this very, very seriously, because it is something that you better do in this world, because if we go to the next world, it will be a different story altogether. Whatever you have not given will be a burden on you in the next world. But if you do it here, it is the level of your duty, and you also hope that everyone Allah will accept it. That whatever we agree, we hope and pray that we are doing it in the name of Allah, peace be with Allah. Once more, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I would like to express my appreciation for being invited to once more be in this ceremony, and I wish you a successful operation. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you. Jazakumullah khairan, sir. Indeed, our father has spoken. What we send for is the true wealth that we will meet in the true home where we are destined to go to. The next item on the program is the executive report by our chief host, Imam Abdullah Jaiz, PhD, the CEO, Jaiz Charity and Development Foundation. Takbir.
Alhamdulillah, hamdan kathiran tayyiban mubarakan fihi, wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil mursalin Muhammadin sallallahu alayhi wa sallam wa ala alihi wa sahabatihi wa qurratil mayamin wa tabi'ina lahum bi ihsan ila yawmiddin. Amma ba'd. Assalamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Permit me to stand and also build upon the established protocol by recognizing our father, Al-Hajj Dr. Umar Abdul-Muttalib, CON, former chairman of Jaiz Bank PLC. In some quarters we call him Chairman General. Somebody was asking me why do we call him Chairman General. I say it's a long story for another day. Let me also recognize the presence of our spiritual leader, ably represented by the Director of Finance and Administration, His Excellency, Professor Sheikh Ahmad Saeed Galagachi, who is the Murshid of the National Mosque, ably represented by another able and well-respected Nigerian who has represented Nigeria as the country at the time as an ambassador of Nigeria. At least if I don't know of other country, I know that of Sudan. His Excellency Ambassador Ali Mushuai, who is currently the Director of Finance and Administration of the Abuja National Mosque Unit. Let me also extend the same recognition to my teacher, our spiritual people guide, Sheikh Dr. Ahmad Mimura, who is one of the imams of the Abuja National Mosque. Thank you very much. Let me also go to the chairperson of Jaiz Zakat Insurance Limited, also wearing the same card for Jaiz Investments and Services Limited. In fact, the chair of this organization is here, so no wonder the MDC of the organization are here, so that we don't get a break. So by extension, I extend the same recognition to the MD of Jaiz Zakat Insurance Limited, Madam Ibrahim Shehu, and they are also the MD of the Jaiz Investments and Services Limited, Engineer Abubakar Garba, as well as a director on the board of Jaiz Zakat Insurance, that is the person of Barrister Muhammad Awud Ezi, who also works as secretary to the board of trustees of MESH, that is the NGO of the Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs. I also recognize the presence of my friends and brothers who are here, starting with Imam Fuad, to the Amir of the MPD, Sheikh Ibn Farouk, and then of course the current Amir of the Abuja Muslim Forum who is here, and of course the one-time Commissioner for Finance in Katsina State, that is the person of brother Kasim Potato, and many others. And of course, these beautiful faces I'm seeing here, I'm very delighted to meet with you this morning, and we appreciate your coming. And many other eminent personalities who are sitting here, that this side of the table may not contain all of us. I want to say to all of you, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It is an honor and privilege to stand before you at this auspicious hour. I would like to join the chairman of the occasion to warmly welcome everyone in attendance and express my gratitude for being part of this memorable occasion, being the 9th edition of the 2024 grand finale of the annual Zakat distribution ceremony of Jaiz Charity and Development Foundation. Today, I stand before you with mixed feelings that the leadership of Al-HABIBIYYAH CON and Madam Dr. CFR both former chairman of Jaiz Charity and Development Foundation, respectively. On the other hand, as I am about exiting the organization as a full-time employee, I know that I will miss members of the Jaiz family from a close range. There will always be a time to begin a journey and a time to end it. Hence, Allah says, وَتِلْكَ الْأَيَّامُ نُدَاوِلُهَا بَيْنَ النَّاسِ, meaning we will alternate those days among people. I have really enjoyed my interactions and relationships with the rank and file of the entire Jaiz family. Looking back, I'm able to say that we have stood strong together throughout the good times when we laughed together, and during the trials and tribulations when we cried together. Our hearts bled profusely when we lost two of our eminent and resourceful members of the Board of Trustees. That is, Sheikh Adam Abdullah Idogo from Enugu State and AL-HABIBIYYAH OON from Katsina State. May Allah's mercy be upon their souls, and may He grant them Jannatul Firdaus. We will forever be a big one family. I hope and pray that one day we will look back and just smile by saying Alhamdulillah. All praises belong to Allah for the new leadership restored on Jaiz Bank PLC with the emergence of Al-Haji Muhammad Mustafa bin Tube, whom I have known several years in Lagos as a guru and pillar in the financial institutions in the country, as the substantive new chairman of the bank after the exit of Al-Haji Dr. Umar as well as the appointment of an astute, seasoned, and versatile banker in person of Al-Haji Awad Musa as the new managing director CEO of Jaiz Bank PLC. I have no doubt that both will steer the ship of the bank to the harbor of success beyond the expectations of the shareholders and stakeholders. I pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continue to inspire them and bless them with their efforts with successes throughout their tenure. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is no longer news that the hard times are here again. The resilience of Nigerians are second to none. Permit me to reiterate our commitment to wipe the tears of the less privileged and put smile on their faces. We are inspired by the words of our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam that man nafasa an mu'min qurbatan min qurad dunya nafasa Allahu anhu qurbatan yawm al-qiyamah, which means whoever relieves a Muslim of a body from the bodies of the world, Allah will relieve you of a body from the bodies on the day of resurrection. وَمَنْ يَسَّرَ عَلَى مُسِرٍ فِي الدُّنْيَا يَسَّرَ اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ فِي يَوْمِ الْآخِرَةِ, meaning that Allah will grant ease for those that provide ease for those who are in difficulties in this world. Allah will also extend the same easiness for them on Yawm al-Qiyamah, that's on the last day. The leadership of Jaiz family is fully aware of the tough time most of our people are going through. Despite our great country having the largest economy and population in Africa, most of our people have limited opportunities. The challenge of good job creation and entrepreneurship or entrepreneurial prospects creates rich or no space for the 3.5 million Nigerians entering the labor market every year. Unfortunately, this trend has led to the Japa syndrome for many workers in search of better opportunities outside the country. For those who may not understand what we mean by Japa, Japa means those who are exiting from the country, going outside abroad to look for green pasture. Painfully, our country ranks the 7th lowest human capital index in the world and the world's second largest poor population after India. You can find details of this in the World Bank report for 2024. We consistently observe the continuous rise in inequality among our people. the low status of state capacity to deliver dividends of good governance, the low level of service delivery, insecurity, infrastructure deficit, constrained access to electricity, no ties to the astronomical hike in the tariff, continuous rise in inflation with its concomitant hike in the prices of staple food items. Nigerians have never had it as terrible as it is currently. The pains and anguish are enormous. The living standards of our people have fallen sharply, so much so that 63% of persons living within our country are multi-dimensional poor. This also can be found in the MBS, that's the Nigerian Bureau of Statistics, 2023. Multi-dimensional poor means somebody that has little or no access to so many thematic areas of life. You talk of accommodation, you talk of health, you talk of education, you talk of welfare, so many. That is why they call it multidimensional. Permit me to assure you that the foundation will continue to deploy its Islamic social finance instruments to alleviate the hardship of the less privileged, suit their pains, and provide the enabling environment to accomplish the sustainable development goals of the United Nations, such as no poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, clean water and sanitation, and decent work and economic growth, among others. As usual, it is our culture and practice to give account of the 2024 Zakat collection and distribution, being the final Zakat exercise to be conducted by my team. A few weeks ago, we disbursed 24.6 million naira to over 150 beneficiaries in Lagos State and Katsina, where items such as industrial sewing machines, ordinary sewing machines, laptops, whipping and weaving machines, deep freezers, among others, were distributed, while several others received checks for several amounts. The total Zakat being disbursed in the federal capital, FCT, across the 6 area councils today is 38.9 million naira, both in cash and kind. Not less than 193 beneficiaries will go home today with checks for various amounts, while over 37 beneficiaries will be presented with Zakat items, such as 18 grinding machines, which you have seen before us, 10 industrial sewing machines, 6 deep freezers of different sizes, and an ordinary sewing machine and hair dryer. As mentioned earlier, 15 million were disbursed in Lagos to 165 beneficiaries, compared to 13.2 million naira given to 103 beneficiaries last year, which shows an increase of 13.5%. In the case of Katsina State, we disbursed 9.2 million to 112 beneficiaries or recipients, as against 6.8 million naira given to 94 beneficiaries last year, while 32 million naira was disbursed to 889 beneficiaries in the FCT in 2023. We are set today, like I have mentioned, to distribute 38,999,195 kobo to 230 beneficiaries today, inshallah. It is pertinent to mention that we are able to achieve 22% increase in the Zakat fund being disbursed in the FCT during the year under review. While the total Zakat disbursed last year was 66.5 million naira to 1,156 beneficiaries, today 17 million naira is to be disbursed to 507 beneficiaries. This shows a marginal increase of 5.5% in improvement. A breakdown of the thematic allocation of Zakat for the FCT shows that economic empowerment ranked number 1. And this is in tandem with the statement of the Prophet ﷺ with regards to Zakat being given to the recipient. The Prophet was reported to have said, Al-Muhu, enrich them, empower them. So number 1 priority is the empowerment of the less privileged. And this is also in tandem with what the foundation has been doing over the years. With 29.9 million, following this is education. And we all know education Without education, some of us will not be here today. And when you educate somebody, you are giving the person the master key of life. With 3.7 million, and accommodation is the number third with 2.1 million. Others include medical support with 1.4 million. Then the fifth position is humanitarian intervention with 1.3 million, and finally debt relief with 327,350 naira. Be that as it may, the cumulative zakat collected and distributed from 2016, when I joined Jaiz Zakat and Work Food Trust Fund as the pioneer executive secretary CEO, before I was redeployed to Jaiz Charity Development Foundation in 2018. From that year 2016 to date in 2024, put together the cumulative zakat that we've collected and we are distributing is 501,807,897 naira to 10,389 beneficiaries. Again, when we carry out a deeper analysis of the various thematic areas and the amount allocated and the percentage, the synthesis of the aforementioned data and figures reveals that between 2016 and 2024, the 3 major thematic focuses of the organization, that is of Jaiz Charity and Development Foundation, are economic empowerment of the poor and needy, then followed by educational support for the indigent and orphaned children, and the third is humanitarian intervention for the less privileged, vulnerable, and deprived individuals and communities. It is in this light I'm going to draw the curtain of these reports by appealing and urging all the beneficiaries to please, for their own sake, to use either the checks or the fund that will be given to you, or the items which you requested for, use them judiciously, so that in the coming days or years, you too will be in a position to also be able to support those who are at the lower ladder of the economy. It's only when we do this that we can bring our people out of the poverty circle. And we should also be aware that whatever we are collecting today is a trust. First from Allah, it is a trust from those who have paid zakat to us. It is a trust for the management of the foundation who has asked the various partner organizations to help us to assist us in interviewing you, and then they submitted your name. So you can look at the chain of the people you are going to betray if you do not use those items judiciously. That will believe and hope that will not betray anybody. Finally, I pray that Allah bless whatever you receive today and make you a potential zakat payer or an immediate donor, donor to the less privileged. I also want to use this medium to extend a profuse appreciation to Alhaji Dr. Umar Kutala, who I have known for about 3 decades. When I was still an undergraduate student in the University of Lagos, you can imagine, that time, very young. He has been mentoring us, he has been coaching us, and throughout my career, I would say that he has always been giving us the opportunity to develop the potential and has given to us. I want to thank you very, very much, like I did mention some few days ago, that you have touched my life positively. One thing which I have learned from him is that as leaders, we must develop trust with the people that we are mentoring. What he has done in my life, I can never forget. And I also ask myself, can I do it for those coming behind me? I ask myself, I said, sincerely, it is difficult for me to put my feet in the shoe which is wearing. And I give you just one example. When I was in Lagos with one organization called Zakat National Foundation, he was the chairman of the advisory board. I needed to reach out to so many members of the House of Assemblies, both senators and both members of the House. I have their names, I prepared the letters, and I I told him I want him to also to sign those letters with me. He told me, he said, "Try, don't bother to come to the house or the office. When you come, just stay at the airport because I'm traveling out of Abuja." And at the airport, I stood before the airport. There has gotten a new face. For those that know the airport, when you want to depart, there used to be a woman selling snacks, soft drinks at the entrance of the airport in those days. So it was at that doorstep he stopped me. He said, "Where are those letters?" And I said, "Can we go?" He said, "No. He now says, he was looking, and I know he was looking for a chair. I begged him, let me use the chair. Outside that particular gate to enter the airport, Alhaji Tala signed over 200 letters. And what amazed me most importantly was that he did not read the letter he was signing for me. He did not read the letter. I said, "You have not read this letter." He did not even answer me. He continued signing. I said, "Sir, the flight," he says, don't worry. He signed over 200 letters outside without reading those letters. I asked myself, can somebody give me a letter at the entrance of an airport, 200, and ask me to sign? My head, you are saying I have not read the letter. That shows the level of trust and confidence he has in people he was mentoring. That was a great lesson for me in my life. The second one I also mentioned, sir. I'm saying this because some people will learn from it. I met the DG of, at that time they call it IRITI. IRITI was a subsidiary of IDB. Now it is called IDB Institute. I met the DG in Sudan when we went for a conference. And I told him, I said, I want to have an MOU with the organization with regards to training of Zakat workers in Nigeria. He said, "No problem. Tell your governor on the board of the IDB, then it will be done." I came back home to make my research, and I discovered that, our governor on the board usually is somebody seconded from the Ministry of Finance. Who do I know at that time? In the night, around after 10, I was thinking, lying on my Bible on my bed. I now just said, let me call out Mutala. After 10, I put a call through to him. Once, another Mutala picked my call. That late in the night. I said, "Sir, this is the challenge I have. And I needed to write the letter, and I need the Minister of Finance of our country to do what we call an endorsement." He said, "Shuaib, can you come to Abuja tomorrow morning?" I said, "I'm already on my way to Abuja, sir. You will see me the first thing in the morning." I did that letter that night. Like Allah will always do things. When your niyyah is pure, Allah, and the class is a master key that opens many doors. Because the intention was pure, Allah inspired me to call him because he was supposed to have a meeting with the Minister of Finance the following morning. So all the way, Lagos in the morning, I went straight to the house. From the house, he picked me up to the Ministry of Finance. Without him attending to his own need first, it was the request I placed before him that I put in the table of the minister. I didn't spend 10 minutes with the Minister of Finance. Said, "Mr. Shuaib, any other thing?" Said, "No." It's done. The short of the story was that the DG of AL-HABIBIYYAH at that time put a call through to me when I was in Saudi Arabia for Umrah, and they told me that our request has been granted. So I'm saying this because this man has done so many things like this for so many other people, apart from my good self. So that is why we call him Chairman General. He has mentored and coached so many people who have become ministers today, who have become governors today, who have become members of the House of the so many entities or so many blue chip organizations. We can only say that may Allah continue to reward you and make the later part of your life better than the early part of your life. And then may Allah also prepare a very good place for you in Jannah to the couch. And the same goes to many other people who are like him. And to every other people who are here, from Imam to the Ambassador, Hamid Shuai, and of course, Olaya of the Kadri, who is also here with us, and many other people. I really want to appreciate your coming, and I pray that may Allah continue to reward you. I'm giving you this speech because it is my valedictory speech. But next year I will not be here under the auspices of Jaiz Charity and Development Foundation. This is my last outing in this organization. I can only serve them from behind the scene. On this note, I pray that may Allah accept what I have done in the last 9 years, and whatever wrong I have done to any person, I ask them to please, for the sake of Allah, overlook my mistakes. وَلِلَّهِ كَمَالٍ وَعَنَّ النَّاسَ مَوْقُوفٌ. Perfection belongs to Allah alone. Imperfection is part and parcel of the creating of human beings. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Takbir. While listening to Imam Shuaib, the verse that struck me was, as for the favors of your Lord, declare them. Surah Al-Baqarah. All of these stories we recounted so that we may be inspired, so that we may know that with sincerity, Allah will always meet us at our point of need. And we also want to thank you, sir, for your very comprehensive and inspiring speech. May Allah increase you in knowledge, spoken right like a true scholar. And the impact of mentorship can never be underestimated. We want to once again thank our Father. God knows, more about him through the stories of our brother Imam Shuaib. May Allah answer the prayers of Imam Shuaib and grant you a healthy, long life and the highest levels in Jannah. We have also heard how Jaiz Charity and Development Foundation has touched lives, but more importantly, one thing that I want to remind us of is what Imam Shuaib said, that whatever that is being disbursed today is a trust. And this trust is a foundation that all the beneficiaries can build upon. Right? If we know the story of Dangote, today he's one of the richest men in the world. But he started from very little. So this little can become very big with dedication, commitment, and every other every other effort as human beings. It's only Allah that bless, and I pray that Allah bless this particular disbursement today. The next item on the agenda, on the program, just a moment. And while Imam was delivering the speech, we had the honor of Alhaji Sani Abdulkarim, former trustee of Jaiz Foundation, join us. Jazakumullah khairan, sir, for joining us. We also have in the house my brother, Engineer Garba, sir, of AL-Jaiz Investment. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us. And we're going to take goodwill messages from our esteemed guests. We're going to have 2 minutes goodwill message, starting with my mother, Hajia Zainab Abdurrahman. Please, ma'am, come to give us your goodwill message. Okay. Rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We want to thank sincerely Imam. Okay. We want to sincerely thank Imam Abdullahi Sharif for all the efforts he has put into Jaiz Zakat initially, and then later Jaiz Foundation. He is indeed a scholar. He is indeed a hard-working person, and I think wherever he is completely an asset to the organization, working tirelessly to make sure that he exceeds whatever objectives have been set for him. He's done so much in the area of Zakat to make sure that he touches the lives of so many people, and may Allah reward him for all that he has done. We continue to wish him success wherever he is, and the other organizations within the Jaiz family, we continue to wish them success in all their endeavors. Wherever Imam Abdullah Sharif is, he will always excel. They say you can never hide a shining star, and that's what he is. But the beneficiaries, I sincerely hope that may Allah put barakah in everything that you have, and that at some point you also will be able to help some other people, and they also will be able to touch the lives of other people. We pray that whatever you have today, you're going to be able to multiply it. We hope that you appreciate it, and that you're going to turn it around so that it can better your life. So on that note, I wish you the very best, and for every participant that is here today, we are a family. We'll continue to be a family, whether we are around or not. We'll continue to be a family, and we thank Almighty Allah for bringing all of us together and giving us the opportunity to get to know one another. We can never thank our big brother, Anaji Mutaka, for everything he's done, not just for us as individuals, but also for the industry as a whole. His tireless support, when we have problems, we run to him, and he's never tired. One thing you learn from him is his humility and the way he addresses things. It's always a lesson, it's always something for everybody to learn. So we will continue to say thank you to him, and may Allah continue to prolong his life in good health and prosperity. And we pray that for all of us that are here, may Allah have mercy on us, may his favor and his blessings follow us all the days of our lives. Assalamu alaikum. Jazakumullahu khairan for that very inspiring speech. That's one thing about the Jaiz family. We have people of excellent virtues and high intelligence, alhamdulillah, who are ready to do and give their best to the Ummah. While Zainab Rahman was giving his speech, we had the honor of having Senator Sharif Afolabi Studies, Committee on ICT and Cybersecurity join us. And we also have, please a round of applause for him. And sir, please come to the height of the podium for your opening.
Alhamdulillah alladhi la ilaha ghayruhu wa nusalli wa nusallim ala al-anbiya ta'ala wal mub'uth rahmatan lil alamin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. All praises and adoration belong to Allah, beside whom there is no other God. We ask Him to send His trusted blessings on the prophet, after whom there will be no other prophet. His name is Muhammad. Please join me if you're not too busy by saying Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa sallim. Having paid obeisance to Allah and His prophet, the next thing for me is to first start on a note of apology. This program was so important to me that I made a commitment that I will come from Lagos to attend. And I did come from Lagos. And yesterday I called the CEO to confirm that the program will be 11 for 11 because most people who are familiar with me know that I don't come here to events. However, two things happened. One, there was an unscheduled meeting of the Senate today because the President will be addressing the Joint Committee of the National Assembly tomorrow, and as a need to do so preliminary. I played that sheet to sign, and we were coming. Just 5 minutes away from here at Federal Airport, somebody was busy with his phone and he ran into our car. And then the car knocked him down. Not something much, but then you have to stop. And by the psychology of the environment, you are guilty before you even have an opportunity to say the man was busy on the phone. And because it's also part of humanity, so I had to wait there. So when they called me, to confirm where I was, and I said, I'm 5 minutes away. And the people at Federal Court and the people around, they also listened to the conversation. I said, just allow me to go. And I left one of my sons to stay with them. So that's the only reason why I'm coming. So I apologize. The chairman of the occasion, someone that, if you understand life and the purpose of creation very well, you need to be very envious of. And that's our father, who was chairman of Fourth Bank, chairman of Jaiz Bank, and chairman of today's occasion. And in the day of judgment, he will also be the chairman of Salihin. Al-Hajj Dr. Umar Abdul Muttalib, commander of the Order Niger. I also like to congratulate and greet my son, who is the chief executive of the Jaiz Foundation. And I call him my son. If you look at his name, it's Abdullah Shoaib. I am Shoaib Falabi Sales. Someone I've known for over 40 years during our days at the Muslim Student Society of Nigeria, back at the university. Is someone I've known very well, and I had a idea talking about him. He has a Midas touch. And for that reason alone, I accepted to be part of this event. The second reason I also accepted to be part of this event was also about the issue of Jaiz Bank. Remember the late Dr. Latif Limited, the late Secretary of Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs. I used to follow him from one television station to another when Jaiz Bank was reformed many years ago for the purpose of awareness. And I was one of the first shareholders of Jaiz. And please don't begin to look at the quantum of the shares. Just know that I was one of the first shareholders of Jaiz Bank. The third reason is any activity or event that is determined to bring relief to humanity. One must necessarily associated with that. And that's why the Prophet ﷺ said, the best of you is who brings benefit to mankind. So I've come to identify with this event. My protocols and calls to other members of the party. There are a few things I'd like to say. Number one, Jaiz Bank and Jaiz Foundation, you are not just another NGO or another Zakat or another institution. You are brought to life the real essence of our deen. Zakat is almost like a forgotten pillar of Islam. Therefore, any organization that brings this into reality, indeed the renewed hope agenda, cannot have found a better manifestation than the event that we are doing today, because we are touching people directly. And therefore, I'd like to congratulate Jaiz, Zakat, and Sadaqah Foundation for what you are doing today. My second comment, and this goes to our father, the chairman of today's occasion, and indeed to all of us. I am of the strong view that for us to make a progress as a nation, we must find a way of streamlining Zakat and Sadaqah into our tax administration. And I say this with a sense of responsibility. You know, the conventional tax, I'm not an accountant, but I do know that they will tell you that tax avoidance and tax evasion, one is legal, one is lawful. But just imagine in our team that you only fast for the sake of Allah, not because people are looking at you. So just imagine that we are able to streamline Zakat payment into our tax administration in a manner that the Muslim can be energized to pay Zakat as an alternative to the conventional tax administration, and as part of the Zakat can also be used to fulfill our civic obligation. I'm coming from the point that everywhere you go now, you see sukuk as being used to fund our infrastructure. Why can't we also engage the Muslims in Nigeria and they will pay Zakat? They will pay Zakat more conscientiously than they pay their tax. And they will be fulfilling two obligations. They will be fulfilling the obligation to Allah because Zakat is an important part of our day, and will also be fulfilling our obligation to the Nigerian nation. I'm looking for a day where we will recognize the potentials of Zakat and Sadaqah to impact on the welfare, well-being, and wellness of the Nigerian society, not just the Muslims. I don't believe that's something that we need to begin to look at. After all, corporate tax, corporate organization, when they do some corporate social responsibilities, including when they do their task to fund infrastructure, they get tax credit. It's also possible to allow Muslim individuals who would like to pay their Zakat and also use that Zakat as part of fulfilling the obligation, the civic obligation of citizens. Lastly, I'd like to also enjoin those of us who are going to be beneficiaries today that what's being given to us is to empower us and take us away from the poverty circle. And I'm hoping and praying that we will do so in a manner that will not be eligible for Zakat next year. Societies and organizations are built one effort at a time. I'd like to conclude by reminding all of us of what the scientists call the butterfly theory. And the butterfly theory is to let us know that sometimes we think our efforts, what we do, are insignificant compared to the population. We sometimes think how many Zakat and Sadaqah can we give, how many people can we touch at the point in time. Whereas this, what we call butterfly theory in science, meaning that if a butterfly flaps its wing, it may not be able to dislocate as much air. It looks as insignificant. But when butterflies gather together and they begin to flap their wings, it is sufficient to cause a tornado somewhere down the line. The same way, a 0.01 may not make so much meaning. But when you have 0.01 of a big amount, of a big figure, it begins to have a very beautiful impact. So as we gather today, we may not have been able to touch the 20 million Nigerians at a time. We may not be able to even touch everyone that will be decided of Zakat and Sadaqah in FCT. But the truth of the matter is that we sometimes think about effort is insignificant. We think it's like a drop in the ocean. Then we should know that the ocean will be less without that drop. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam. Now, Senator Shuaib Abdullah Salis, distinguished guest of honor. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, when we have Muslims in politics, Muslims in leadership positions, we begin to take into consideration how we can bring Islam more into mainstream decisions like tax and other things. And then the senator also shared with us that when you begin to have drops of water, if you put a bucket under the tap, and throughout the night, that drop of water continues to pour into that bucket, you'd likely have a full bucket. And Allah in His wisdom has legislated Zakat. Imam Shai also wants to make a remark. Yes, sir.
I want to fast track the process because we cannot continue to keep these possibilities here. I want to recognize AL-HABIBIYYAH, MOA, one of the board of trustees of the foundation, who's currently the chairperson for the Jaiz Charity and Development Foundation Workflow Management Committee. And the same thing applies to AL-HABIBIYYAH, also a member of the Jaiz Foundation Work Development Committee. Thank you very much. In spite of the challenges, you were able to make it. Let me just do the symbolic presentation so that we can free our personalities who are here. Is the Hassan still on the slow company? Because the end of the bank, you will do it. You will do it when you do presentation. You combine to combine so that we don't keep you waiting here. You will do presentation, then you do your Google message at the same time. The end of the bank, actually said it was represented by the ED. So we are still hoping the ED will be here. The head of the Sharia also is ably represented by Prophet Hussein of the bank. So let me invite AL-HABIBIYYAH, CON, the distinguished special guest, distinguished Senator Shuaib Sanis, to also accompany him, Ajia Zainab, at the same time with Ajia Medanada. I want you to please accompany this important personality down to begin the symbolic presentation. So that the senator, after your presentation, you are please free to leave. And then we continue the process. The same thing applies to AL-HABIBIYYAH. When you have done your presentation, you are also free to leave. The same thing applies to every other distinguished guests who are here. You do your presentation. If you decide to wait with us, you are most welcome. If you want to leave, alhamdulillah, we enjoy your presence. So AL-HABIBIYYAH, Ajia Zainab, distinguished senator, and Ajia, please, I want you to please come down to help us do the presentation. HRP, please, can you bring those checks? Head of Finance, bring those checks, please. Can you please let me see the deep freezer, the medium size? Where is it? Medium size, the deep freezer. Khadija Abdullah, Haji Abdullah, please identify his beneficiary.
Haji Abibah Ahmad,
Is she here? You are Hadija? Please come. Please come and support. No, you stay here.
Asa Hanu.
Let the Christians support.
In the name of the Jaiz Foundation, this is my honor,
Freezer.
Deep freezer.
that the next quarter of 2 years, you will certainly pay the cut. Because we have made business, generating revenue, and it's set up income. So that this spread, I hope that it's successful.
Thank you very much. Where is the head of finance? Give me the first check. Okay. You can go. Just take notes. This is your big freezer. They'll use it for another person. Just identify that your name has been written. You can have your seat.
It's your own, so no fear again.
No fear. Don't worry. Mesh coordinator Hajia Khadija Popola, who is coming. This is a check. Mesh is the NGO body of the International Customs Affairs here. It's part of, they also do what we are doing to support them. Where is the microphone, please?
No, sure. No, that's a close. No, that's a close now. Good. I want to close on this. Thank you.
Zakat distribution exercise. I hope, pray that you utilize it for the benefit of all your members, and that you yourself pay Zakat.
Okay. Presentation, sir. Presentation first. Okay, look here. Okay, look up, sir.
Thank you very much. Sir, at this junction, you are at liberty if you want to reach us. Yes, thank you very much, sir. Maybe you also want to support the senator. Very quickly, you want to do the presentation now.
Yes, I will support the distinguished senator before I leave.
I'm part of that. I'm part of that.
You brought a very, very
But I want to say something.
issue. How we can utilize the part of protect something. I mean, you are the legislatures. I think we need to maybe upgrade your study. How this could be done. I mean, in countries like Kuwait, you know, it is only to attack and establish the biggest Islam bank. And there's nothing that cannot be done. And I hope that, maybe some research can be undertaken. I mean, I don't, for over 30, 40 years. We have been together in Lagos under the Nigeria Arab Association, Nigeria Chamber of Commerce, the Arab Nigeria Chamber of Commerce, and so on and so forth. And it is somebody who can really, very useful, maybe look into this issue and see how this can be maybe realized. I think, sure.
protection. This issue because after all, it is part of our religious obligation. We don't fulfill it. If we don't fulfill it, we will be questioned. The next world, it will be a very horrible moment for everyone fulfilling the Zakat obligation. So maybe something that you can do wherever you are. I mean, I know you are not going to be very far away from that foundation. I'm sure we're not going to be far from you as well. I hope that you will look into this and look at other examples of other countries, particularly in Kuwait. Utilize Zakat benefit of the country, benefit of the society, and all this work we get from this foundation. And we have able supporters, AL-HABIBIYYAH, and so many others who support the efforts that we it is a movement that started, and there are so many virtues, and there are so many things that can be implemented. And once more, congratulations to you. You have come and you have seen, you have played your part. I think there's no way anybody can say that you have not really uplifted this organization since you came. You've been very enterprising person, you're very dynamic, and I wish you the best in the future. Thank you very much.
Distinguished Senator, you will now do the presentation why our father will also support you. Daoud Amsar. Yes, so have you still about the Muslim question in our please also come down here. Yes. So you can stay there in their midst.
Stay in their midst. Take that.
This is not what he's asking for. It is just weighing machine. Just weighing machine.
Can we bring the top edge?
No, not just for that machine. This is the just weighing machine. Wait, can you help us put this behind? Let us put this behind. And then you can draw this one a little bit forward so that it can stay behind.
Careful.
Yes. Yes. I'm calling you because it's under your organization. Yes.
now إذا جعلناك خليفة في الأرض فاحكم بين الناس بالحق ولا تتبع الهوى فيضلك عن سبيل الله الذين يضلون عن سبيل الله لهم عذاب شديد بما نسوا يوم الحساب. You are very two beautiful names. You are Dawood and you also Hamza. It's a beautiful combination. Just like our father, Umar and Mutoyi. They are also Shoaib. I'm not very sure. On behalf of Jaiz Charity and Development Foundation, I have the honor to present this industrial machine to your organization to you with a view to leveraging it as a form of empowerment and to also benefit those who are around you. It's our hope and prayer our Father has prayed at the Jaiz Foundation. Congratulations.
Okay, look up. Imam Shah.
Apply the mic.
Okay. Thank you.
Help us do this presentation. Bello Ibrahim. See here?
I appreciate Jaiz
Are you Bello Ibrahim?
and I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will continue to give them more and bless them, enrich the organization so that they will continue to help the Ummah. Jazakumullah khairan. I will appreciate.
This is for economic empowerment.
Wow.
Amir.
Again, on behalf of
Amir.
Jaiz Charity and Development,
Just keep putting it. Take one.
on behalf of Jaiz Development and Charity and Development Foundation, I've been asked to present this check to you as an economic empowerment. At this point in time when things are a bit very challenging, things are a bit very tough, what they have provided to you is an oak seed. And I hope it's a mustard seed and I hope that you also turn into an oak tree. This money is sufficient to start something to empower you, to empower your family. And I hope that inshallah, Allah will put barakah in it. And when Allah put barakah in it, remember your prayers, the organizers of this program, the contributors to this program, and the institution that has given birth to the foundation which you guys found. May he continue to grow in leaps and bounds. It is a pride of Muslims that Muslims will also have institutions like that. Gradually, Islam and its benefits are percolating to every fabric of the society. And this is another testimony in that regard. So, Malam, Bello, Ibrahim, Dan Kago, Dan something.
Okay. Haji, I'm present. Okay. Good. Thank you.
Yes. Before I go, let me thank my brother and my son for the privilege and platform of sharing the platform with our father. Someone that at the point Saladam said, I am sad for you, for that person who has attained old age and is not close to his creator. If he had even spent his youthful age in disobedience, he should spend his old age in obedience to Allah. For our father, his trajectory has been that of piety and righteousness. I don't want to say this in Hausa, but the Yoruba people, and I cannot translate it into English either. It says, I can't translate it to English. Then what it means that
No matter how bad.
It will be good for somebody since money and then giving something bad to someone into his faith. We are not allow anything bad to stain the beautiful garments you have put on since we have known you in our youthful days as the Muslim student society. And we also we are very not too young as well. I've been there in university 40 years ago, and we have known you since then, and you have remained a national icon, an icon of Islam. Our prayers are now to serve you in goodness, in good health, and sound mind, to remain a source of inspiration to the younger generations, to also be a beacon of our rich history and our legacy as Muslim Ummah in Nigeria, and may Allah continue to enrich you on the day of judgment. May we be also gathered around you and say, well, we may not have done as our father, but our father has done so much. Let's enjoy his scholarship today.
Allahu Akbar, inshallah. Amen. Amen.
Thank my brothers and thank everyone. I have to run again. The challenge to you, as soon as we have a working paper, I will organize the legislators who also take a look at the process of streamlining and of mainstreaming the Zakat into our national tax system. It's a dormant national asset. I have no doubt about that. The Zakat is a dormant national asset that if you activate very well, it will contribute more to the covers than what other woman compelled has to be, because this is defined, arranged, and this is defined income. I don't want to keep our father standing. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Ambassador, please, can you also come down? So you do two things. You give your goodwill, at the same time you help us do presentation of the Zakat item to the beneficiaries. So I want to call on Bileki Sukusuman. Is a recipient of a grinding machine. And Bileki Sukusuman on the group. So our ambassador will give it quick message and then also do the presentation to her. You can leave it where it is. Yes. Good message first and then now do the presentation.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. On behalf of our worship, Professor Shehu Sadiq Ahmed Aladenchi, and the chairman of Abuja National Work Management Board, I welcome everybody from the higher table to be beneficiaries of this exercise. The message from the national board is Islam is a practical religion. Besides Iman and prayer, the other fundamentals are highly economic. When you talk of Zakat, Hajj exercise, and fasting, they are all under exercise. Zakat is one of them. I give you an example for Hajj exercise. In 1990, when there was a Gulf crisis, that year, Umrah and Hajj could not be performed. We see how the citizens of Saudi Arabia become miserable, because that is where the money is distributed to Saudi citizens. The transporter will get, the food vendor will get, the hotelier will get, but the other riches of Saudi Arabia go to the royals. This is one. Then the other message is, last year we discussed with the Jaiz officials about how do we monitor and evaluate the beneficiaries. Because we had freedom during this fasting period. The same faces keep on appearing, taking these adjectives. So how do we go? Now things are going to be distributed. How do we assess by next year what happened to the beneficiaries? So we discussed this with Jaiz officials last year. Since this year, we are urging them or reminding them to have a system or a machinery that monitor and evaluate. Because here now, all the faces here, we have captured them in our cameras. So next year, what we will do for here again, if we see your face, honestly, I will disqualify you if I'm alive. I will disqualify you, man or woman. Because the essence of the Zakat distribution, is to empower people. You to do what happened next year. But not to give you what, maybe, I don't know, what's the whole exercise. So we have captured all the faces here. And we are going to scrutinize God willing next year. So, Jaiz, we thank you very much for this exercise. It's really a very good exercise which empowers people. That is why I mentioned to you the three fundamentals of Islam are highly practical. Hajj exercise, Zakat, fasting, they are all economic activities which empower Muslims. So I wish you all the best. I hope the beneficiaries will make useful of the materials they get from the Zakat Foundation.
Okay, sir. Presentation now.
So, on behalf of the Jaiz Zakat Foundation and Development, I wish to present what is the grinding machine.
Oh, yeah, touch it.
And the beneficiary, what is your name? Usman. So, we hope you are going to make very good use of it, not to go and sell, just get the money and the new arrival of Penny Cross buy it. It doesn't work in that way. So we wish you all the best, and we wish you good assistance, we wish you good guidance.
Next.
Alhamdulillah, the Almighty Allah enrich you people so that other can benefit and really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The next person I will also call is Abdulsalam Tawfiq. Abdulsalam Tawfiq, also for Economic Bank, was presents this check for 100,000 naira.
Go.
On behalf of Jaiz, Zakat Foundation, and your government, I have the honor to present this check on the 100,000 to economic empowerment.
Look here. Now, close up. Look up. Thank you.
You can use it judiciously as it is supposed to be.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you very much. Let me also call Al-Hajj Al-Qadri to come. Barrister also to support. And then the head of Sharia from the bank also to place. Okay, your guy said this here. Okay, let me sit down. I will do your case specially. I will do that of Jaiz and Tagafu combined together, inshallah. Because I can see you are wearing suit. Don't worry. So the next person is Saudat Aziz. She's going away with a gift visa. Where is she? Okay.
والصلاة والسلام على خاتم الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. On behalf of Jaiz Foundation, it is my honor to present this Zakat item to the foundation, and I pray that you find it rewarding, make very good use of it, and then help others that will have. So as the CEO said, it's an opportunity for us to make a brief goodwill comment, since this is his first exercise as the CEO of the Zakat desk. He has been a very, very wonderful person. He mobilizes resources that are distributed, he organizes the distribution. He does everything almost single-handedly, and his departure really is going to be a big minus for the foundation. But the good thing is, he has promised to be working behind the scene. He is not going to leave us permanently, so that is quite encouraging to hear that from him. We only say that may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward him abundantly for all what he has done. And I believe what he has learned from the chairman that he's talked, about, he will also mentor others to be like him, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you very much. So you can come back and take your listing. No, just give it back to you. Just give it back to you. Gambo Idris.
He's coming up.
Where is Alhaji Sulaiman Yakub?
Yakub Suleiman.
Where is he?
Badmos.
And you are a member of this.
Yes.
To come here. Yes.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. On behalf of Jaiz Foundation, Zakat Distribution, it is my great honor to present this check to the beneficiary in the name of Gambo for the sum of 100,000 naira. Thank you very much.
Now it is the turn of barrister. Yes. That is supposed to. Hajar Ahmadu. Yes, driving machine. Good there.
You can move there. Yes. Yeah.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله حمدا يوافي نعمه ويكافئ مزيدا. We give thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This opportunity on behalf of Jaiz Foundation we present to you this Friday mission as we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to support you. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to, as it grants profit, it grants honor, it grants benefit for you, for your family, for your deen, and for your akhirah, that by the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in the next 1 year, 2 years, as a result of your commitment to duty with the use of this tool, you will say goodbye to poverty, and you will be amongst those who contribute to others who also come out of
Move closer. Oh yeah, please, please. Adja, please move closer. Mamsha, look up, please. Adja, look up.
Thank you very much. And the next person I'm going to call is Amina Ladidi Usman. Is she here? Okay. Also for economic empowerment.
Alhamdulillah, we thank Allah for this opportunity and this gift. This is on behalf of Jaiz Foundation, a check with the sum of 200,000 naira to the benefit of Amina Dagini Usman. This is to support you for an economic empowerment. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that through this you will be empowered by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Allah will continue to assist you to make profit upon profit that will benefit you and your family.
Thank you very much. You are done. I want Ajia Zainab and Ajia Abinalana to support her to please come and take your Ajia Zainab will present item to check, and after that, I will also present an item on the check. So I want Halima Ibrahim. She is going to be presented with industrial machine.
Just leave it there. Just straighten it like this. Because only one hand. Let us stay there.
Congratulations. And this is the beginning of better things to you. And I start to appreciate it and to put it into good use so that you can begin to multiply. I came back his up.
Honorable Minister, okay. You know when you get there, you know they're having this 100 food. Inshallah. So we're having Zakat for health issues Zakat becoming regularly. Inshallah.
Rashida AL-HABIBIYYAH Idris.
Rashida. And maybe it's for you to take advantage of this.
One video for Abuja Muslim World.
To train people on how to manage
The video is very long. People will not start to watch something like that.
So they allow like this and maybe also be able
some people are not like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, still listening to this one. But when they feel like 3 hours, 4 hours, they
don't stay too long. Unless those who are following direct.
And when you look at those following direct, you can
So how do you put it?
You hint and you
Then it will be, I'll be have to be tackling it differently. And I want it to flow together.
Yes. So Habiba Haruna. So industrial machine.
Like
You have one here. Just hold on.
Okay.
Can just
Thank you for the observation. Yeah.
and you have no mic.
I have. It's not always I use it.
Let's get to this much more.
This industrial sewing machine. It's not the local sewing machine that you see about. It says industrial. Which is once you start using this machine, I advise you to start getting that. Learn how to operate. If you don't understand, ask. And inshallah, there's no telling what you do with this machine. Like he said, industry. So I say I have business encourages you to provide and even if you don't ask, if you find anywhere they have on this machine, you can do that.
It's a tear of joy.
You never dream of having this. You know it's very expensive. Another person might see they will just
No, let them just be taking it.
okay, clear.
Name on it, so
You can't prevent it.
The next person we are calling is Risikat Salami Damilola. Risikat Salami Damilola for a check.
Why people able to get the shoemaking machine? Shoemaking machine.
No.
No, what's it?
Calling prayer. We have to fast track. Imam Shaib.
Good, yes.
Fast track.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You are liberty man. We really appreciate it. So I want the head of the Sharia, to be back. What I do is here. Also be joined by who he earlier said to come and represent him to be here with us. The MD of Jaiz Takaful Insurance, I also want you to come because when they finish with you your presentation, support them. So, Umar Saleh. Who's representing the MD? He's wearing double caps there. That's very good. Umar Saleh. Now, everyone, cranking machine. Let's come here.
Brandon.
Let's come here. So, you are presenting the cranking machine to Umar Saleh.
No, let him stay.
You come this side.
Yeah.
Of Jaiz Charity and Development Foundations. And again, on behalf of the Managing Director of Jaiz Bank, I have the honor to provide this grinding machine donated to you as Zakat for the sake of Allah.
Oh, yeah, touch it. Now I'm okay.
So you can come back and take your machine. The next person is Rashida Abdul Rashid. Rashida Abdul Rashid. She's not here.
He's coming.
She has gone to the market.
She's here with us.
Okay, she's here.
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is a check for her. 100,000. Automatic advance of this year.
Assalamualaikum. Again, on behalf of Jaiz Foundation, as well as on behalf of the Managing Director of Jaiz Bank, Dr. Bono to give this as donated by Jaiz Foundation for the sake of Allah. Pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bless the machine. By next year, inshallah, we are going to go three or even more than that.
Present. Hold it with her. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Now is the turn of the MD of Jaiz Takaful Insurance. Yes. So we want to call upon Umaira Salihu. Umaira Salihu. Is she here or she's not here? Umaira. Okay. She's not here. Fatima Idris. Fatima Idris. Please come forward. Yes, industrial machine.
Sorry, the Umaira Salim is here.
Umaira, where is she?
Are you Umaira?
No, she's still lost in transit. Let her confirm that she's the one.
Is she with mesh?
Fatima Idris, yes.
No, just take it as take it closer to them. Take it closer to MD. It's okay.
On behalf of the Charity Foundation, it's my pleasure to present to you
what's happening, doctor? Another mic. Use that for that one. Then you retrieve the other one. Then off it.
I will say on behalf of Jaiz Charity Foundation, I have the singular pleasure and privilege to present to you this industrial machine for our service Zakat for this year, for the sake of Allah. I'm happy with my voice now. I'm letting with my daughter's namesake. So it's really a double pleasure for me, and I wish you well. I wish you success, and my next edition, and you too be in position to give an answer. Sure. Well done. I'm very happy.
Thank you.
Next.
The next person is Abdul Shamsia.
You have jumped out.
Shamsia, is she around? Help us give her this check for 200,000.
Today, inshallah, you're going to be recharged by 200,000. That's big money. And you know, as women, they can manage, in fact, the food managers of resources better than us. So, inshallah, by the special grace of Allah, I present this check of the sum of 200,000 naira on behalf of Jaiz Charity and Development Foundation as part of 2024 Zakat distribution for the sake of Allah. And we pray and hope that Allah will bless this check for you so that it will become 2 billion, 2 billion, 2 trillion. Inshallah. And we give out Zakat. Of course, you know the threshold now. So if you let them calculate and you don't give out. Yes. All right.
Thank you, doctors. Now, the last thing is very soon. You also do presentation since you are here. So, Umaira Saliu, now come, industrial machine. Engineer, I hope you are not going to. Okay, you want to do your presentation in attention. We are in the here and 1 minute, 2 minutes now. Yes.
Fastly. Unless you want,
yes, this one is also important.
You can exchange him. Then when you finish with him, he goes. Because he says he's going for Janaiza.
Yes, 1 minute, 1 minute.
Oh yeah, let's just touch it.
Yes, so that he can go.
Yeah. So engineer Edward will do presentation to Umaira Saliu.
On behalf of the Jaiz Charity Foundation, I have the pleasure to present industrial machine to you. We hope that Allah will bless it, Allah will utilize it, Allah will teach you and also take you in position that also one day give us a kind of example. Looking at the Hausa, whether they beyond the Jaiz, in a very chicken, continue to uplift and guide the foundation with management and board.
Honest can do that.
So I want Fatima Aliyu to please come outside. Fatima Aliyu, please. This is for empowerment.
Assalamu alaikum. A madadin gidauniyar Jaiz ina farin ciki gabatar da wannan cek na wanda fatan Allah ya sa mu albarka, Allah ya sa mu kasuwancin da ya sa
Let him collect it first.
wata rana ke ma kina cikin yanayin da za ki fitar da zakati ba su masu ba. Allah ya sa ka mutu da kamata Allah ya sa barka, Allah ya biya duk wanda yake da na mu kai tafiya da ulama foundation glad to check on the power we have. Allah ya sa Allah ya kai mu da shi.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We know if not for the Janaza, we would have been here with us. Now let us come back to our default mode before we went to battle center. Yes, I want Musari Abdul-Ghani to also come forward for industrial sewing machine. So our brother Adam Raji Abubakar will do the presentation. Industrial sewing machine, yes.
On behalf of the Jaiz Development Foundation, on behalf of the Sharia, present this to start signing. And inshallah, I pray that it is going to be beneficial to start signing. It's going to utilize it judiciously so that in the next year, and years to come, we also be in position to give out Zakat this after due appropriate utilization, inshallah. So congratulations. Oh, subhanAllah, we understand the strong football and we lost virtually everything. Alhamdulillah, Jaiz Zakat Foundation is coming in the appropriate time to give in this. And pray Allah brings back all that we lost through this so that you can once again stand on the feet and also be able to and not only yourself, family, but the community where you live in, and generally, inshallah. So
Yes, so the next one is a check presentation to Jibril Abdullahi. Jibril Abdullahi.
Wa alaikum salam a madadin gidauniya ta zakka na Jaiz, kuma madadin shugabana na shari'a department na Jaiz Bank, ina mai mika maka wannan cek na 100,000 don gudanar da kasuwanci. Fatan Allah zai bunkasa ma kasuwancinka, insha Allah, dole kai ma nan gaba wanda shekara 1-2 insha Allah ka ba da zakka. Kamar da aka ce da kudin nan 200 haka kuɗi ne masu yawa. Suna fata za ka amfani da su yadda ya kamata. Allah ya sa kai ma ka zakka nan gaba a jima'a insha Allah. Muna ta kunna
We really appreciate the MD of Jaiz Takaful Insurance Limited, the MD of Jaiz Bank, PLC, Haruna Musa, ably represented by the head of the Sharia department, who is also normally overlooking the corporate division, that is Sheikh Awad Ado, and then of course another eminent and able staff under him, that is Alat Sheikh of Ustaz Raja Abubakar. We really appreciate your coming. At this junction, we want to free all our invited guests so that they can take their name. To all the beneficiaries who have not had their name, please be rest assured that we are going to entertain you, we are going to call you. Before I even forget, those who are giving out the snacks, are they giving them the refreshment? Good. So we are going to call each one of you one by one. Those that will collect checks will collect their checks. Those that still have items to be given will collect their items. For those who are collecting checks, I want to urge you to go and open an account with Jaiz Bank. You see, if Jaiz Bank, that is the mother organization, through this particular foundation is supporting you, don't you think morally speaking, that we are supposed to also support the bank? We need to also support the bank by opening an account with the bank, because it is our bank. It is the first fully non-interest bank in Nigeria. So it is something that is important for us to understand. So I want us, and then secondly, I also want to say, for those of you who have savings account, you cannot go to the bank and you say you want to cash any amount that is above 100,000 naira. I'm saying so that you should know now. If your check is above 100,000 and it's savings account, you can't go to the counter and say they should give you your money. It is better you lodge the check in your account. That is the way you can get your money. But if you have, current account, you can go to the counter, collect your money. So that is why we said we want the names of the beneficiaries the way they have it on their ID card. Some people say my name is Balkis Uthman. But officially is Bilkisu Usmani. So they are two different personalities. If Bilkis Usmani goes to the bank with Balkis Uthman, the bank will not give you that money. Because they will tell you that not the owner. This is not your name. I don't know whether you understand what I'm saying. So that is why we said they should confirm again the way your names are written on your official ID card. So having said that, we are going to adjourn now to go and observe our Salat soon for about 15 minutes. Then we will come back before I wrap up this presentation. If those who are giving checks and those who are giving the equipment, they collect their equipment. 15 minutes time we are coming back. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد ان لا اله الا انت نستغفرك ونتوب اليك. سبحان ربك رب العزه عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.